Thank you and good evening. Many of you may not know this, but Anderson Cooper is actually a medical marvel. He's 411 years old. Tonight we honor those men and women who have made it their life's work to care for the sick. While too many of us turn away from the sick and dying, these heroes go to them with the love and the strength of an outstretched hand. In India, for example, a man paralyzed from the neck down designed a center for the disabled so they could live a full life. Our finalist, S. Ramakrishnan, is a marvel. In the United States, one woman organized pilots and planes to provide 50,000 miracle flights for families in need with sick children. Finalist Anne McGee is a marvel as well. And how can we do anything but marvel at tonight's honoree, Peter Kithene? He's an orphan who returned to his village to give back to where he lost so much. It's an amazing story. At age 12, both of his parents died of an unknown disease because people in his village never saw a doctor. They never took any tests. Later, he lost 6 of his siblings to an undiagnosed illness. And then he said simply, enough. He vowed to pursue his education so that no one else in this rural Kenya village would face disease without knowledge. He got scholarship after scholarship until he attended the University of Washington in Seattle. He told his story and he raised money for a medical facility with the hope that orphans would no longer outnumber parents. In 2 years, that clinic has provided care to some 18,000 patients. Let us marvel at Peter Kithene, a man who gave his village not just an outstretched hand, but his entire heart.
It just became part of my responsibility that I want to go back and touch people's lives in the way mine had been touched. My name is Peter Kithene. I started Mama Maria Clinic. The way the poorest of the poor are being treated, that kind of affected me. The locals know that if you go to the Mama Maria Clinic, you'll get the medication. When I was 12, my parents died, and then the family scattered. Before that, I'd lost many of my siblings. When the parents pass on, it's scary. We didn't have anything. My dad was saying he just wants to go to a hospital, and he couldn't. The expectation of the people and what they encouraged me to do was to drop out of school and do fishing on the lake, then support my siblings. I somehow thought that wasn't a solution. So this is where I used to sleep. I used the mat. This is the type of mat that I used. And on this kind of mat, we would be like 8 kids sleeping on this. It was difficult to study here, so what I did, I carried my mat and went, and I would just sleep at school. After getting admission letter to go to high school, that's when I started thinking about US colleges. Coming home was a huge journey. My path that led me to where I am right now. It's unbelievable. The community kind of have hope on one person, and just it's overwhelming. We want to create a very efficient system. Kids that would have passed on with malaria or diarrhea, that's not the case now. To me, a hero is somebody who put the lives of other people first and gives selflessly for others and then come out triumphant. That's a hero.
It's truly my honor to present the CNN hero for Medical Marvel. Please welcome Peter Kithene.
Wow. This is mind-blowing. I want to thank so very much the people I grew up with in Kenya, both living and gone. They taught me so much and have shaped my life. I also want to thank my parents who, regardless of not having any formal education, encouraged me to pursue education. And to all those living in suffering in Africa, I say mbarikiwe. I want to thank Stacey and Larry Kreitz, who have helped me ever since I was in grade 8. Thank you so much. I want to thank the University of Washington, and I want to give special thanks to the late Dr. Geoffrey Griffin. I truly promise to fulfill Dr. Griffin's mission to uplift the weak and help the afflicted. Finally, I want to thank my late mother-in-law, Elaine Haynes, who just passed this last Saturday. She lived to be very proud of me. Despite of her stable health, Elaine was with me in Africa when I opened this clinic. She continued to support me until the last minute of her life. She would have loved to be here today, but I'm sure she's watching over, just as she used to say of my family members who didn't make it. Thank you so very much, my wife, Katrina, who nominated me for this award. I wouldn't have done it without you. Thank you, Simba, my son, for being such an easy baby and letting me do this extra work. And thank you to my board of directors, donors, and volunteers. To those living in dire need in Africa and other parts of the world, I say the world is watching over. Hang in there. Do not give up. Love and support one another. Thank you.